keep children safe. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Today I'm going to talk about dermatillomania, and I think I said it right. I didn't look up the pronunciation. I should have, right? I looked up the meaning and all that kind of stuff. So, if you don't know what that is, I'm going to read you what I found on the internet. Um, it is something that I deal with personally, and it is called excoriation disorder. Excoriation disorder, skin picking, or dermatillomania from mentalhealthnational.org. Okay, it says excoriation disorder, also referred to as chronic skin picking or dermatillomania, is a mental illness related to obsessive compulsive disorder. Let me get some more information here. We've got what is it caused by? Uh, Dermatillomania can be triggered by negative emotions such as anxiety. That's when I start to have the urges to pick, is when I am anxious, overly anxious. It isn't always. It says boredom, for example, is a common trigger. What's more, any pain caused by skin picking is rarely the intention. That is correct. I agree. Instead, the behaviors often are experienced as soothing or relaxing, at least in the moment. And we'll get more into that in a little bit. This is Ronan. Is this Ronan? Oh, or is this Teal'c? This is Teal'c. What are you doing, buddy? So this is my kitty. If you've never met him before, he's very annoying. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi. I am only a 6-month-old kitten. Look at how big I am. And hey, Frugal Mama. And so today we're talking about dermatillomania. It's something that I myself struggle with, and I did go over the definition. Let me say it again. Let's see. I didn't like the first definition, so let me find a different one. It was from the mentalhealthnational.org. Okay. They all say excoriation. I don't know how to say it. But dermatillomania I thought was hard to say. That other word is really hard to say. It's more than just a skin picking disorder. Here's what you should know. Hudson based. Okay. That didn't really give me a definition. Anyways, so while I'm trying to do this, my kitty is on me and he is a little bit distracting. So sorry about that. He is pretty, but look how big he is. He is only 6 months old. He's huge. And we don't overfeed or anything. I don't know. I really don't know. That's just how they grew up. I hope his head gets bigger and his legs and stuff get bigger, so he's going to be a big cat, but you never know. They were birthed in my shed. And so we don't know exactly who the daddy is, but we know who the mama is. All right. This is WebMD's definition. Many people pick at their skin once in a while, but sometimes it crosses a line into to a condition called skin picking disorder. Excoriation. That one I don't know how to pronounce, but I think that's like the technical term or something, because I call it dermatillomania. When this happens, picking of the skin, for example, picking a scab, you're going to have to get down. I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish, but no. So, let's see. Called skin picking disorder. Some people repeatedly scratch and try to remove what they see as some kind of imperfection. It's hard to say exactly when it changes from mild to a nervous habit to a serious problem. Now, that's true. I've been doing it. Hi, Mel. I'm sorry. Hi, Bethany. One busy mama. Welcome, welcome. I'm talking about dermatillomania today. It's called the skin picking disorder, and it has another name, Exoriation, and I don't know how to pronounce it. So I maybe should Google it, but it's something that I deal with. It's part of my anxiety. And I think, especially as kids, don't we all kind of do that? Pick at a scab, or, you know, I don't want to, I hope I'm not grossing you out because it's going to get really detailed. So you're a little kid, you're picking at a scab. Um, and then you get older, and then maybe like pimples, you pick at pimples. So when it goes from just regular, normal, everybody does it, skin picking, into it's painful, but you can't stop doing it. And you do it without even knowing. You do it without even knowing that you are picking. You don't even know. Your hand starts to wander. That's one of the reasons for fidget toys. And then you find a spot and you just start picking at it. A boo-boo or a bump or like I said, a pimple. So it can get so bad as, well, I have scarring. And at one point I had huge sores on my face. Huge. That's, I don't know if you can tell, but there is some scarring like around in here where you can see the discoloration. Yeah, that's where it was mostly at. Not really here, but mostly right in here. So if there is anyone here who deals with that, I just wanted to talk about, I guess, my journey. Um, I've always done it, and I know a lot of people do it. It was just like they say sometimes, like if I would feel a pimple, I would want to, I, the grossest thing to me is when you have like a whitehead and you can see it, and it's just there on me. Now I know other people don't have a problem with it, but on me, it just grosses me out. So I would pick those. So if I'd find a spot, I would just do that. Now, when it became an issue, it would heal, and then I would just pick it again. And then it started out as a pimple, like here, and then you pick at it so much that you start tearing the skin. Now, it said that it feels good sometimes. Sometimes it does. Um, and it's a soothing, it's kind of a soothing thing. What I read was that when you pick, you release endorphins. Um, whether you're doing something to harmful or just scratching, you're releasing endorphins. Like when you get your back scratched, or when you scratch your back and it feels good, you release endorphins into your body. And so that can become addicting to someone who is in pain or has high anxiety or depression. So most of my life I did that, just normally, just not serious. And then my dad passed away. I was at a job that was super stressful, so stressful. And that's when it became out of control. I had, like, it would heal, and then I wouldn't even know it. I would just be checking email or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I would catch myself picking a scab that had just healed from yesterday. So, and I wouldn't leave it alone. I would pick it until it was gone. What happens is when you work in a dirty environment, which I did, I was in a steel mill, it wouldn't get infected. I would still continue to pick at it, and it would get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I would have sores like this size on my face. And now I don't like stuff on, I don't want my face to have sores. You know, I have other flaws, but my face, I'm very, like, I don't want it to be like that. So I I have been doing skincare for a while, but at this point, my dad had passed away. I was having a lot of trouble at work. I was drinking a lot. I was not present. I was not in the moment. I was in my head, going over all the things that happened that day that were bad, and all the things in my past that had happened that were bad. You know how your mind, when you're anxious, it just runs. So you're not present. So what happens is, while you're not present, your hands, just to comfort yourself, they just start, roaming, and you find a bump, and you scratch. And then, so I did this for several months before I realized it was a problem. I mean, I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I said, "Oh my God." It's like I woke up out of my anxiety and depression, and I saw what I looked like that day. And I couldn't believe I had done that. I really couldn't believe I had done that. I had always been so careful not to, you know, pick a lot at my face. It was very bad. I don't have any pictures because I was very embarrassed. I didn't like talking about it. Um, and it can be embarrassing if someone is picking to that extent. You just want to pretend it isn't there. So I would come out when I came out of the anxiety, depression fog, and I saw my face. I immediately started back in on my skincare. I believe that at that time too, all I was doing was washing my face. I wasn't doing anything, just washing my face. And so it did start to heal. I still would catch myself picking. And a lot of people who pick, they don't want you to acknowledge it. They want it to just be, they just don't, they're embarrassed. They don't want you to acknowledge it. They just want you to leave them alone, pretty much. I gave my family permission to tell me to not pick. Now, that's important because you shouldn't say anything to someone who's doing this. If you know it's a problem and they're doing this in this way, you shouldn't yell at them about it. But I gave my family permission to yell at me, to say, "Crystal, stop picking," because when I do it, I'm not in the moment. I'm not present. I need something to like bring me out of my anxiety. And so that helps, because it's not a conscious decision necessarily to pick at your skin. I can be sitting on the couch, not even, especially now that I'm off work, I have started doing it again, and I'm really trying to control it better. But sometimes you just, when you're anxious, you're in the fog, you're in your brain, you're not present, and so you start doing it. And then when I started to see sores, I said, I really got to try and control this better. So, what I do is I start talking to my husband and my friends and my family about it, so that if they do see me doing it, they can yell at me. Most people who pick their skin do not want you to yell at them. So, I'm not encouraging you to yell at people you don't know, or family or friends, people who are very sensitive. Don't do that. Okay. I gave my family permission to do that. So, let's see, where was I at? Um, I often find myself sitting, and then just like, I just start, you just like touch your skin. And then if I'm not paying attention, my nails, I'll start to scratch like this. And then you're not thinking about it. You're just doing it. You're not thinking about it. You might be watching TV. You might just be in your headspace, and then you start picking. So I'm going to show you. I have I've been trying not to, but you can see I have several here. What's not helping me right now is my cats keep scratching me. So when you get a bump or a bruise, and what I'm going to show you here, these are scars. There's scars from picking all over my arms. And I mostly am here. Mostly here, here. Like I said, I really try not to do anything to my face. If I see something on my face, I really, really try not to do that. It happens. It happens. I'm not going to lie. Because, like I said, you're not conscious. It just happens. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to pick my skin today and make myself bleed. It's not like that. And that can be embarrassing too if you're out in public and you don't realize it and you start bleeding, especially in times now where things are contagious, viruses and whatnot. that does embarrass me. I'm like, I can't believe I just did that. So I need a tissue and I cover it and try to stop the bleeding. I'm gonna tell you one time. This was a wake up call for me too. This was the time when my dad had passed. I also was doing it on my legs. Anywhere you get a bump and you don't realize it, and I wear shorts in the summer. Sometimes I wear them in the winter, but not often, especially not now that I'm not working. So I had a sore that was on like a varicose vein, and I'm watching TV, not paying attention. I really was not paying attention, and I scratched it, and the scab came off, and it was on a vein, and blood just whoosh, scared the crap out of me. It was like, like how they say, uh, when people get their, jugular cut and it spurts wherever. I watch a lot of those crime shows. It was like that. It was not stopping. And I was putting my hand over it. I had a towel. I called 911 because it would not stop. I was like, oh, it's going to stop. So I pressed on it for a few minutes and it was not stopping. So I called 911 and the ambulance came and they bandaged it up, put a lot of pressure on it. And I did have to go to the emergency room. And when I went there, I didn't lie. I told them it was because I was picking my skin. Because if I lie, personally me, if I don't tell them, then I'm not acknowledging it. You have to kind of like, you have to accept that you have done something. You have to, I did this. If you're just like, oh no, if you don't accept it or take, what is that called? Accountability. If you aren't accountable, it's going to just get worse. Like I said, I still struggle with it. It still happens, but I try to be accountable. And that helps me not to um, get back into the place where I was tearing up my face. I was just tearing it up. It would it would scab over and not be healed, and I would pick at it again and again, and it would hurt. It would hurt so bad. I would still do it. That's where it's a problem. You know it's a problem if you're doing it and you can't really function. As far as it's painful and you continue to do it. I did go to therapy, and what you do for this type of an issue is called cognitive behavioral therapy. Um, and that's supposed to help you to not use the do the scabbing or do the scratching, or at least catch yourself doing it. And I do that sometimes. Sometimes I do. You just have to be more conscious. I do wear long sleeves now that I'm home. I have a sweater I wear. I don't have it on right now because it's warm in this room and it makes me cough. So, but if I wear long sleeves, I'm much better at leaving it alone because I'll still touch the sleeves. Um, the comforting, the thing you do to soothe, the soothing, and but I can't get to these. If I can't feel the bumps, I don't pick the bumps. Like I don't pull my sleeve up and pick. So it's an unconscious thing for me for sure. And if you know someone that has this, it's probably not something that they're they want to tell everybody. They're probably embarrassed, especially if it's a teenager. But they do need to have some type of help. I take anxiety medication, so that helps me. But I also have to, I guess that's what the behavioral therapy is. I have to like wake up out of it. I have to try to be present. And it's hard, especially if I forget to take my medicine, it's very hard. So, let's see. So that's my story. Since I've been off work, I did start doing again on my arms. I showed you, but I need to be accountable. So I've already told my mom and my best friend. I see her quite a bit, and my husband that I need help. I need you to pull me out of that space and say quit it, and that's very helpful to me. Um, let's see. Um, I guess this is not a really common, or nobody wanted to know about it. It is part of my anxiety. Um, and it's very common. A lot of people have it. And like I said, there's normal, and then there's a little bit extreme. Like that's where I'm at right now. And then there's out of control, which is where I have been out of control. And it's similar to the hair pulling. If you've ever known anyone who pulls eyebrow hairs or hairs out of their head, that's called trichomania, I think. Hair pulling. And then there's also nail picking at your nails has a different name too. And I do sometimes pick at my cuticles, and then when they get sore, I that's when I need to, but I try to be more present. It's difficult. You absolutely need therapy with this kind of a condition. Absolutely. The behavioral therapy is what's going to help you to be more present. Um, I'm not a doctor. I should say that. I'm not a doctor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor of anxiety and depression, and this is one of my symptoms of my anxiety. And so I have firsthand personal experience. I'm telling you about my experience. If you have an experience like this, feel free to comment. I've been reading a lot of comments on my Wellness Wednesdays, and if you have something to talk about, get it off your chest. Go right ahead. I'm here to listen, and I really think it helps us to know that this is not something that is. It's not just me. I'm not the only one that does this. It's really common. The severity is not common, but the picking of the skin is common. The dermatillomania is not as common as the other one. I said common like 10 times, but anyways, so you may have noticed that you do this from time to time. That's not a problem. It's not a big deal. But if you are reopening sores, if you are creating large wounds, if you are unconsciously scratching and you're just sitting there, and then you look up, you come out of your wherever you're at, and you see that you're bleeding, that's a problem. I would say you need to see a therapist for sure. I take medication because I have severe anxiety, and it helps me with those. It helps me to not be so in my head. It helps me to be more in the moment, not as foggy. Like your brain isn't as foggy, so you're paying attention more. Um, I enjoy life a lot more now too, as far as just watching. I don't know, just the things around me, nature, winter, Christmas. I'm enjoying them a lot this year. And it's because I'm, doing things that are good for me that I need to. This is just one thing that it's like the first thing that happens when I get super stressed. Um, I don't know. I'm not a like I said, I'm not a doctor, but if you think you have a problem, you definitely need to find a therapist that does cognitive behavioral therapy. And you can look it up online. There's a lot of stuff. If you just put skin picking in, you'll find a lot of information. And um, let's see, I don't think I have much else to say. That's my story. I was hoping a lot more people would be interested in it because it was not a common word, but that did not happen. Um, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just stop the live. I know it's not very long, but since we're just kind of hanging out here, and nobody has any questions or anything. Yes, anxiety is fierce. It is. It can take you. It can make. It takes you out of your space. It puts you in your head like in a little closed, scary box where you're telling yourself all these bad things about you, and it can really take you down. It really can. So it's not something that you should ignore unless it's just you're stressed because of the holiday. Everyone has a level of anxiety. Just some people don't like I didn't have good coping mechanisms. So when I would get anxious about something, instead of coping with it like maybe a normal person would, I would just hold it in and it would get worse and worse. Then you get in your head and you're telling yourself all kinds of stuff you shouldn't be. So I try to speak positive. If I'm in my head and I'm saying bad things about myself, I try to speak positively about myself. Speak the words aloud because words are important. Words can hurt people, or they can help people or raise people up. So I think words are important. Um, let's see. Uh, I could do some more reading, but I think that would be boring. How does skin picking disorder develop? This might be better than the way that I explained it. Yeah. Let's see. It says happens in both children and adults. It can begin at almost any age. I think I've had it since I was a child. So, after some kind of rash, skin infection, or injury, you may pick at the scab or rash, which causes more injury to the skin and keeps the wound from healing. More itching leads to more picking and more scabbing, and the cycle continues. And that is true. That's not like a clinical medical definition. That is what happens. That's how it starts. Okay. I used to grind my teeth. My hair would fall out too, which was a signal. Yes. Yes, frugal mama. A lot of people get what is that called? TMJ from the grinding of the teeth and definitely the hair falling out. Yes. Yes. We each have our own signs too, right? You know, I looked in the mirror and I saw these huge scabs and I knew, hey, what am I doing to myself? So we each have our moments of what to deal with. What's it going to take to get us to wake up? And I can see that that's what happened to you is what caused you to deal with it. And also, when you're anxious, your diet is horrible, isn't it? I mean, you're a lot of times you don't eat because you're just in your head. And when you do eat, you're starving. So you eat bad stuff. You don't cook right. You don't, I'm trying to cook more at home and not eat out as much, which I think is good for me. And I definitely want to exercise more. I am working on getting out of this slump I'm in with my just my mood and um yeah, with my mood and my you know, just my situation. I have a problem. If I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, then I am stressing. I like to plan, I like to be ready, I like to know what's going on. So without working right now, it's like, when you go to work, you know what you're doing every day. You're going to work, right? You're going to work. Well, now I don't. And I need to give myself a routine, which I am working on. I'm doing better at that. But I don't remember what I was trying to say. I need to give myself a routine and I need to include exercise and healthy eating in that routine. And so I'm working on it. I really am. And I'm getting up earlier. I thought I might try to get up at 7 when you do your lives in the morning, the stretching and stuff. I haven't been able to get up that early yet. I think I need to go to bed at like 7 o'clock to get up at 7. But again, I should just watch you on the replay. I know that. I should do that. And I just get lost. I get lost. But I am running you guys. I have you guys running overnight now. So if I'm not commenting, I'm running your lives and everybody that I watch because I couldn't comment and watch everyone's videos, which was stressing me out that I couldn't get to everybody. I'm sure you guys feel that way too. So I said, I'm just going to put the videos in the watch list, everything from that day. And then I'm going to run it overnight. If I don't get through it, I'm just going to add the videos the next day. And if I get a chance to watch, I have been trying to watch and comment on as many as when I get a chance to. But that gives you stress too. I really enjoy all the people I've met on YouTube. I love talking to everybody. But there is some stress involved with it. There is. So, yeah. So I'm trying to just run everybody, even if I can't comment and like and stuff. So I've been doing that because I don't use that much data anymore. And so I'm like, I might as well use this data I'm paying for and run everybody overnight and just do it because everybody can get the watch time and quit stressing about it. I still do, but I'm getting better about it. Since I'm doing something, I'm getting better about it. So the stress is not as bad because I just start new every day. I put more videos on. And so if it runs into the videos that are still on there, and then I get through those too. You know what I mean? I just run the ones from the day, and then anything left that I didn't get to before, it can run through there. It just depends on how many people. I go to my subscription feed, how many people have posted that day. Um, but that can stress you out. And if I sit and think about it, it causes me to get in my head, and then I start picking. Also, I've talked about it before. I get stressed sending friend mail, and it's the weirdest thing. But I saw someone else say it today on the news that they are not a fan of giving presents or getting presents. And it's not that I love to give presents, but I never know what to give someone. I want them to like the present, and I always feel like what I'm giving them is not enough, you know? And so I do overcompensate on my giveaways. If you guys have seen any of those, I do overcompensate a little on my giveaways, just a teeny bit, I think. I'm gonna need to stop that too because my stash is getting low, and I'm not supposed to be shopping like I was when I was working. So there is that. Um, yeah, and I love to receive gifts, and I'm always appreciative, but I had to learn. I wasn't taught how to act like a normal person. My family was not normal. So I had to learn how to say thank you and be appreciative. And I am so thankful and appreciative. I have a lot of friend mail. I'm going to be videotaping after this too. That's why if nobody comes, if it's just the three of us, then I'll just probably cut out early so I can do some more. And I also am anxious about making videos. So it's just where I'm at this point in time in my mental health issues. And you just I don't know what to say other than I will get through it. I know this. And anyone who has these issues will get through it. And it's just going to take time. And I do not have patience for that. It's going to take time. I frustrate myself because I am impatient sometimes. And I have worked on being patient for several years. Hi, Brandy. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Works help. Yes. I will get through it. Yes, I will. We're talking today, Brandy, about skin picking. I have anxiety and depression, and I have started tearing at my skin again. And I was just I just thought maybe it's something that a lot of people don't know about, dermatillomania. I break it down into three: derma, skin; tillo, and then mania. I guess that means disease, or I don't know what it means. I would have to look it up. But anyway, that was the word. Yeah. Yeah. So I am working on it. And I have given my family permission to say, Crystal, stop it. But I do not recommend that you do that to anyone you know who has this problem, because it can hurt their feelings and make them more anxious. And so don't. But I have given my family permission to do that for me so that I can try to control it better. And I wear a sweater at home when I'm not filming. And that helps a lot. That helps a lot. I have a lot of scarring on my arms from previous, from years and years of, I can't tell you how long ago it was that my dad passed away. Um, I want to say it was it 2016? Maybe it's been 5 years, maybe. I think it might have been 2016. And thank you, Brandy. Thank you so much. Um, that's when it got, like I said, out of control. I wasn't on medication at the time. I don't think I was even no, I was going to therapy and I was on medication, but it wasn't the right medication for me at that, not yet anyway. So, yeah, it was just before I think I went into rehab, as a matter of fact. So it could have been 2017. I'm not positive, but yeah, after my dad passed away, I kept a lot of that in, I didn't mourn him. He wasn't, I didn't, I don't know what to say. He passed away. I wasn't close to him, and we didn't really get along well. So he did become he ended up with pancreatic cancer. So he did become, towards the end, he wanted to see more of his family. And we did grant him that. We did visit him more often because he lived on the other side of the state. So we did grant him that. And I don't know. Now I'm going to cry about that. I guess I need to get to my therapist. Yeah. So I don't know if you know anybody, Brandy, who has this disease, dermatillomania. It's a symptom of my anxiety personally. When I'm anxious, it's something that I do to soothe myself when I'm anxious. So, and it can get really, really bad. I haven't been there since that time I just told you about. I haven't been as bad I was really bad at that time. So, yeah, I don't think a lot of people have heard of it, but it is a skin picking. A lot of little kids, I've been doing it since I was little. I think I used it as a soothing thing, even when I was a child. Because what do you can't drink alcohol, you can't abuse pain meds. Well, I guess you could, but I was a kid. I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. So that's what I did to soothe, was that. Um, I wasn't real bad. I mean, I didn't have huge sores and things. That happened when I got older. So I had it when I was younger, but when I got older, and like I said, when my dad passed, that's when it got to its worst. And the only way that it got better was just one day, I looked in the mirror and I said, "Hey, what are you doing? What is all this on your face?" So I don't know if you can tell. I have some scarring, like the dark spots right here and here. There's some scarring there, like on the bottom of my chin. It's mostly right around this way because that's where I was breaking out at the time. So, yeah, it's really common if you've never heard of it. It's called a BFRB. It's a body focused repetitive disorder. So, that means that it's on your body because the pulling of the hair is also under that umbrella. Um, People who pull their hair out or pick at their nails, those are a couple different types of BFRBs. And it has a little bit to do with OCD, but I've never been diagnosed with it. But it has a little bit to do with OCD. So I've never been diagnosed with OCD, but as part of my anxiety, I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes. And so since I've been home and off work with the unknown, yeah, that would be under that same umbrella, biting your nails. Yeah, if you bit them so far down that they were bleeding and you didn't even realize you were doing it, that's a body focused repetitive disorder. Yeah. I don't know what the nail biting one's name is, though. It's got a different name than dermatillomania. You said now you just peel the nails, peel your nails. Is that what it is? Yeah, because I can if I pick, and then if I do the cuticles, man, that is so painful. I try not to do that. I try my best. I try to get those hangnails as soon as I can because, um, if you start pulling that and it gets you're real sensitive right in here, and it hurts so bad. I've been there. Um, but mainly for me, it's skin picking. That's where it got worse. I still have the other symptoms. I don't pull my hair out. I've never done that, but I do pick at my nails and um, pick at my skin. Oh, and this I don't do. Yes, it does hurt. I don't do this, but if you know someone who consistently picks at their nose, like, and they bleed, that is another form of a body focused repetitive disorder. Yes. I didn't know that. I thought it was just weird. So, judging, I was judging. We don't judge, so I don't judge anymore. I found that out doing research for today. So, yeah, if it's someone who just does it, and I mean, you just see them with their finger in their nose all the time, they need some help. They need some help. Yeah. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick because I did have a little. Okay, so I did get a little verklempt there when we were talking about my dad. Maybe I think I might need to contact my therapist because I really thought I had dealt with that. But that's another thing. Talking it out helps me to. It's like stuff hits you, right? Like I was just talking about him and I start crying, and it's like, why am I doing that? I thought I was okay. I thought I was over that, but it just happens. So, um, your brain is a very complex thing in the psyche, and so this is kind of a therapy too because I'm talking to you guys and I'm seeing that, so I'm that's something that I need to deal with as well. So I don't know if you've ever had a moment like that, or I am going outside today. I'm gonna walk my cat. He wants to go outside. So, yes, I do love that. And it is sunny right now. It's going to rain later, and it's sunny right now. So, I am going to get outside and get some vitamin D's and some sun rays, and take my cat out cuz he's been running out the door. You can never get over the loss of a parent. I still not over my mom's. Yeah. Yeah. It's what gets me though is that we were not close and we did not really get along. I was a lot like him. That's why we didn't get along. But he moved away to the other side of the state when we were younger, and I didn't have contact with him for like, I don't know, 20 years. So, but yeah, you're right, it's a parent. So, I mean, there's still stuff there. But yeah, the sun time, you're right. You're right. The sun absolutely helps me feel better. Absolutely. And being stuck in the house, I'm gonna go outside today. And I was gonna go outside yesterday. Why didn't I? We did our live. I think I was talking to Jamie for quite a bit after our live, and then my husband came home. So yeah, go outside and enjoy all God's gifts. Yes, and I have a big yard, so I love walking around it, and um, all the trees, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that today. So, if you know anyone who has ever had the sunlight can help chemical imbalances in conjunction with other things, of course. Yes, it does. I mean, when I feel it, I just feel better. It absolutely works for me. It absolutely does. So, and like when you get in the car and the sun's coming in and it's warm in there, I've been enjoying that myself too. So I still have moments where I'm like, life is great. I love it. I love everything about it. I love my life. It's the unknown, I think, is what really gets me. Because when I was little, there was no structure to my life. So I like to have structure. And like I said, not going to work is definitely challenging me. And so I started going to my mom's a couple weeks ago. Every Friday I've been visiting her. So I started doing that. That's part of my routine. I want to make it a routine, and she likes to spend time. I never get to see her. When I was working, I never saw her. So I've been spending time with her, and that helps me and her. So we have fun together. We get along well. I've always gotten along pretty well with my mom. So, and she's the one I get the depression from. So she has issues too. So we can sometimes talk through some stuff when it's just the two of us, not the entire family's, giving their 2 cents. So, um, so we can talk more about anxiety. Because I was gonna go till, let's see, I started at 2:30, and it's only quarter to 1. So if there's anything else you guys would like to talk about, I am open to any other ideas or any other issues that you'd like to talk about. If you're having any trouble right now, um, see, I'm doing it right now. I don't know, I don't understand why it releases endorphins, but it does make you. It soothes me. So, and I have some coffee here. Thank you, Brandy. You have a great day too. You know what I was wondering? Hi, Jamie. How are you? I was wondering, like, I know you guys, Frugal Mama and Busy Mama, you guys will go live at 4 today. So I'll be watching you. But how do you know when the best time to go live is? This is totally off topic. I kind of worry about what time I should go live. I'm like, I don't know. What's a good time? When will people come? I think it's the subject. A lot of people weren't like familiar with the subject, but I have been getting a lot of views on replay. So hopefully that's a lot of people will see this anyway that didn't come to the live, and they'll enjoy the information, or the information will be helpful. And I started putting you're okay. You're okay, Jamie. Um I think I did it early, so I don't know. I still don't understand how StreamYard does their notifications. So I did it at like 9:30. So YouTube Studio suggestions. I never go on YouTube Studio on my computer. Maybe I need to start doing that. I need to make a day where I actually just do that. I want to make a filming day too. That's what I need to do. Like I need, but what do I do? I'll have to look at that, because I saw it said that I get views between like noon and 6. So that's a lot. So how do you know, so I'm like between noon and 6. So I'm just kind of tossing a coin or guessing, or so I'll have to look more into that. I know when you go to YouTube Studio on your computer, you get more information too. That correct? That you get more information? Oh, I was talking about dermatillomania. It's called skin picking. It has another name I can't pronounce. But when I get really, really stressed and I'm not paying attention, I will pick at my skin. And I thought, well, a lot of people don't really know what it is. So I just was telling my story about how I dealt with it and some of the things that happened to me. And I was showing everybody, I want to be accountable. I was showing everybody that I've been doing it, and you need to stop doing it. You can't see it. It's right here. I need to start wearing long, or I wear long sleeves, and that helps. But you can see the scarring. Not where I've already been picking, but there's scars all the way down. Some of those are freckles, but most of that is scarring. Elbow, real bad. I'm really bad here picking. Yep, a lot of scars. And then on my face, right here, scarring right here. So, yes. You use TubeBuddy, it gives you more info. Do you use it on the computer? Because I know on my phone I use it, but I don't seem to get much out of it. And I just use the free version. I haven't upgraded because I didn't really, now that I'm not working, I really need to get more into it, I think. And you, Busy Mama and Frugal Mama, are the smartest YouTube ladies I know. Yeah, you guys know a lot about YouTube. So I've been tuning in, trying to take your advice and learn all I can from you guys. So, yes, yes. I stopped doing my face. I still pick at it, but I don't I'm better at leaving it alone. But my arms, I sit like this a lot. My arms, just feeling the bumps and stuff, that causes me to pick. And it's unconscious. Like, I don't know, Jamie, if you it's like when you're just sitting there and you're not paying attention, then all of a sudden you you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm bleeding." Or I have a link in my description on my regular videos. I didn't upgrade until 1K. It's free. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I just have the free version, and on my phone it's not very uh yes. Yes, you guys are so smart. Um and Jamie's so smart, and Miss Brandy, I think she left. Yeah. I think Brandy had to go. I think she's at work. I don't know if it's hereditary. The reason that I have anxiety, and that definitely is hereditary, and it comes from my anxiety. It started as soothing. Like kids, a lot of kids do it, but it became a problem after my dad died. Like I was doing it and not being conscious of it, and then I would have just huge sores on my face and my arms and things. I use Emmy I use my laptop when I finalize my videos. I gotta start doing that. I do everything on my cell phone because when I was working, when I would get a break at work, I would do it all on my cell phone. I need to start doing it more on my computer. Jamie, you are a smart lady. Hi, hobbyist. I am off work now. I'm on disability, and my knees. I have osteoarthritis. And I'm pretty sure it's because I abused my body as an electrician for 20 years. I'm pretty sure that's it. But I'm working with my doctor right now, and we're getting x-rays of my hands and my feet because I think that I have it there too. And that's why I'm not at work. I miss it. I I enjoy being at home. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. I love being with my husband. I love being at home. But I miss the electrical stuff. I miss fixing stuff. I miss, the good job, Crystal. You fixed it. So I think that a lot of that is due to, like, I'm a lady, but an electrician is kind of my identity, Crystal the electrician. No, not for vacation. That's okay, hobbyist. That's okay. I'm having a little trouble dealing with it. Um and so I've been doing some videos on Wednesday, some lives, just talking about it, the struggle, the uncertainty, how it's different not working. I've worked for all of my life since I was 16. I counted, I think it's 36 years. And to not be working, and also it's not like I'm having, I can't go outside and jump, and it's not like a field of daisies with unicorns and whatnot. It's I'm in pain. So I can do something for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. She gave me a 20-minute. So I can do something for a little while and then I have to sit down. So I'm trying to make it feel like a vacation for her. Yes, you are, Jamie. You are helping me a lot. You are very good to me. Yeah, I like for so long I worked, and that was who I was. That was my dad. That was who he was. He worked. So without the work, you're like, okay, I can act like a normal person. Yeah, the pain does suck. It does. And I really think I'm too young for surgery. They said that's really the only thing that I can do. So I have to deal with the pain. When I get back to work, I will shock myself just for you. Thank you, hobbyist. I miss it. Yes, you zap yourself good. I appreciate that. Yeah, it just got so bad at work that I couldn't. It took me like 10 minutes to get to my car, and it's a 2-minute walk. So I had to do something. I had to. So and now it's in my hands and my feet. I'm hoping that I don't think I have it in my back, but we're gonna get X-rays. We're gonna get everything checked and see where it's all at. But being an electrician is hard on your body. It is. I know that. And like I said, I've worked since I was 16. Try to keep it under 1,000 volts. That's a good idea. If you want to go home or if you want to get up from that. Yeah. So anyway, so my life is changing and I'm going through some stuff. So that's why we're here talking about it. Um, and thank you for coming. I don't know if I said that, hobbyist. I'm glad to see you here. Um, and I saw that you're doing is it an advent calendar? I know you're doing like a vlogmas type thing. I've been adding you to my playlist and I'm running them, but I'm not able to comment and I run them at night. Love hearing and seeing your smile even if it's only for a moment. Thank you. In between the tears, you can laugh, and I'm so glad. For a long time, I wasn't able to. I had the worst job on earth, basically. So, steel mill, not the best. Okay. Yeah, pain sucks. Um, are you on vacation, hobbyist? Is that why you're home right now? Yeah. I started because I was stressing out about watching everyone's videos. So I just added everybody to the watch list. I go down my subscriber list. You know how you hit that subscribe button? I just take them all and put them on the watch list. And even if I can't watch them, I've been running them now. I used to do that anyway, but now I'm getting more consistent, better at it. Yeah, right. Oh, off until the 4th. Okay, it's like for the holiday kind of a thing. Yeah, yeah. So yes, we enjoy laughter on my channel. Absolutely. I love to laugh at myself and other people. It is the best medicine. That and the sunshine. So So what I was talking about earlier, hobbyist, is dermatillomania. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. Let me know if you know what it means. Right, better than not at all. And that's helping with my anxiety actually. It's helping me to be like I'm still supporting. I'm doing my best to support, and if I can't watch every single one of them or like every single one of them, at least I am doing my best, I guess. Yes, my watch list. Like so because I just keep adding to it and then I'll run it overnight and then I'll just delete the ones that it's gone through. Do you need a lighted mirror? Um, no, I don't think so. Are you working on lighted mirrors right now? No, I know, Jamie, you don't want people to feel sorry for you, but you are in a lot of pain. You have a lot. You have a lot of life experience to share. Yes, it is with the skin. Did the derma give it away? It's called skin picking. You get stuff from work all the time. You know, I wonder if Miss Tammy might need a lighted mirror. I think Jamie has one, or Jamie might need one. I have one though. Yeah, I don't have it on right now, but I do have one here, and I did. It was my Christmas present. I got a new one, so. But I thank you for asking, hobbyist. And I think when we talk about it, at least me, when I talk about it, like I will feel so good for the rest of the day. I will feel so good, and I can't do it every day, right? Once a week, it's really helping me a lot. It really is. So I like getting the information out there, and I'm meeting people who have the same issues that I do. So I really am glad about that, because we need to talk to each other. The healthcare system in our country, the mental healthcare system, I should say, in our country is very lacking. It's not the best. So sometimes talking to someone who has the same issues is better than a bad therapist. I have a good therapist, but I've been through some bad therapists and some bad psychiatrists. I've been through them. It's You've got to find the one that fits with you. Oh, you're broke, Jamie. Okay. Yeah. And I don't think Tammy has one either. So yeah, so it's been very therapeutic for me too. And like I said, I didn't realize I still had that thing about my dad. I really need to go talk to someone about that. You know, I mean, because you guys don't want to hear about that. Some of that's not pretty. Some of that's, I didn't have the best childhood. So maybe why I have bad luck. I think it's just because you're moving everything around. Jamie's got to move her makeup room. And you know how sometimes stuff works, and then when you move it, it stops working? Like the cord was in the perfect spot. And then as soon as you move it, that it breaks and you don't have power anymore. Thank you, Jamie. I did skincare. I didn't put any makeup on. Because if I start with the tears, I gotta, you know, and blowing the nose, that messes your makeup up too. I'll probably put a little bit on before I video after I go outside. So, if anyone wants to talk about anything specific or in particular, maybe something that I've talked about in my last couple videos, um, I would love to do that. Right. You got to stop breaking stuff, Jamie. It's that temper. She's got temper, just breaking all her stuff. Hobbyist, I've been running your videos, but I haven't been watching them. Which one did you say you were going to open that package in? I do want to watch that and see how you liked it. If you're still here, let me know. Do you know where your glasses are, Crystal? Yes, they're up here. I stuck them up there because that way I wouldn't lose them today. Because I was going to do a lot of reading, but it's kind of boring. I mean, it's great information if you are dealing with it or you want to know more about it. It's just that I just am basically talking about my experiences. So it did kind of bore me a little bit. I tried to read. If you ever watched the beginning of the video, I tried to read some stuff. I was like, man, that's boring. Let's see. So today I'm going outside. We're supposed to get some rain over the next few days. I'm going to get some sun. And I'm taking my cat out. He's got a leash and a harness. He does not like that, but he tries to run out of the house all the time. And he did it the other day, and it was not a good time for me to go catch him. Mail days are on Mondays, but I am backed up right now. I will be afternoon. Okay, no worries. No worries, Javius. No. Oh, so you always open your mail on Mondays. Huh. So you have like a schedule too. I'm trying to think about how what kind of a YouTube schedule I should be keeping, because I still want to do stuff outside the house, but I'm really, like I said, since I'm in the anxiety depression mode right now, I have a trouble getting into the filming room here. You know, if it's alive and I've scheduled it, it's not as hard. But if to actually film something, come in here, set it all up, put on my makeup, you know. So Jamie said, I think your topic today is great. Not a lot of people talk about it, but I think a lot of people do it. Yes. Oh yeah, you definitely, that's a great hobbyist. Yeah. My two boys are fixed. Yes. You don't want them to go outside until then. Hi Leanna. How are you doing today? So good to see you. Those guys are fixed. They still are trying to run out. But if I take him on the leash and the harness, if I take him outside, all he does is sit on the porch. He doesn't run around he sits on the porch, and then I'll bring him in, and then he won't try to run out for like a week, a couple days, you know. So it's like to get him outside so he's curious, but it's also like to deter him from running. Like it's scary out there. It's nice and warm inside the house, and there's food and there's litter box. You go outside and there's, we have strays that we feed. So we have to watch him because of that. Once they get full grown, it'll be different. Have a good day, hobbyist. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you for coming. Yep. So he's gonna get to walk around a little bit today outside. They are just about 6 months. July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, 6 months this month. Yep. Because we don't know exactly when they were born, but they were born like the first set of kittens I had were born in June. I have the day on the video. And these guys are from the second set, and so we weren't sure how much younger they are than those cats, but they're definitely younger. So we believe they're 6 months now. So the other ones were born in June. I think these guys were born in July. So they were a lot smaller. Yep, and I was getting ready for the live yesterday, and he ran out. And I'm like, oh, I cannot run out like this. I have to get dressed and everything. So by the time I got dressed, he was whining at the door to come in. So that didn't deter him from trying to run out for the rest of the day. Yes, my little boys are getting big. They're getting big. I hope that their heads and legs grow into their body. Their bodies are big. And I'm not overfeeding them. Actually, we had to upgrade and we got them better food. It's still kitten food because you're supposed to feed that to them until they're a year. And their bellies are just huge. I don't know. I don't know why. How are you doing today, Leanna? Are you at work? Oh, I shouldn't say that. How are you doing? Are you relaxing? Jaren is 21 today. Oh my gosh. Is the baby going to be born today? Wouldn't he love that? Yeah. Yeah, we got to, keep it on the down low. My baby boy is going to be having a baby boy. Yes, Jamie, you're going to be a grandma soon. Grandma Jamie. It's going to be so cute when they say, "Hi, Grandma." Yeah. And you'll get to see them. I know they live quite a ways. So they're in Indiana and you're in Pennsylvania. Do you know, have you checked how long it takes you to get there if you drive? Oh, I was talking, Leanna, today I was talking about dermatillomania. I don't know if you know what that is. Don't say that word, LOL. Which one? Oh, yeah, Leanna, hopefully they don't. I know you've been working really hard lately. You looked it up. Okay. So part of my anxiety, um, one of the things that comes out of it is that I personally do pick at my skin. Grandma. Yes, Jamie. You'll be the youngest looking grandma ever. And so I've been dealing with it. I think I've had it since I was a kid, but just not the severity changes as I get older. Like after my dad passed away, it got really severe. Like it was bad. It was very bad. I had large sores on my hands, my arms, and my faces. I have scars. These dark spots are scars, and then on my arms, there's scars, and then those dark spots right there. That's from picking. And so I was just talking about my experience with it. Some things, bad things that had happened from me doing this, you know, and some ways that I deal with it, cope with it, what I do to help prevent myself from doing it, and how it's not something that you necessarily can control. So if you see someone doing it, it's not like they're intentionally wanting to scar themselves. You have to understand that because some people don't understand mental illness. They think that we do things on purpose or they don't believe us, stuff like that. So it's something that I unconsciously would do. And, just one day I came out of the fog and I had huge sores on my face and my arms. Um, and since I've been off work, I started doing it again, but I've caught myself. I've caught myself. I only have just a little bit there. Well, no, it's mostly this arm, actually. It's mostly my left arm because my right arm hand is crazy. But I wear long sleeves sometimes when I make a video when my nerves are bad and I pick. Yes, it helps. It helps. Now for your face, um, the dermatologist, Dr. Dre, I don't know if you guys watch that. Watch her. But she recommends, those little clear pimple patches, those help you to not pick. And it's true. It's true. So especially like I said lately, you put them on. You can get a matte or they come shiny if you get the inexpensive ones, but the matte ones you can't even see on your skin basically. And you put that over there so when you're touching, if you're unconsciously touching your face, I'm a face toucher, and you don't feel the bump that starts you to picking, and it helps a lot. I have those all over my house. I have some at work too, even though I'm not there. They're there. Um, on the arm though, I've tried it before, but the sores get bigger on the arms. So, you know, have you thought of teaching? Let me see. Oh, my glasses are on my head. That's right. Don't laugh at me, Jamie. Have you thought of teaching or training what you do? I would love to do that. Yes, I have thought about it. I don't know if I'd be a good teacher. I think I'm a good electrician, though. So, yeah, I've thought about it. I would love to do something like that. Um, and I think that's something that, like, I could sit down and do. But with my hands, like, data entry. Like you can sit in an office and type or whatever. I can't type, first of all. I've never been good at that. Never. I took a class in high school and I didn't do well in it. But I am getting the osteoarthritis in my fingers now. So I don't want to do anything typing, but I think teaching would be fun. So I have thought about it. I just really don't know what to do. That's all. I really just don't know what to do. And right now, just dealing with the medical stuff is a lot. So once I get through that, though, it's definitely something I would be interested in. So uh, I just read that, Jamie. Don't say the G word, but you will be a hot G word. How's that? You'll be the hot G. Like people say the hot mom. I have to help him move the rooms, but I am listening, so don't talk bad about me. We will try not to talk bad about you. And sometimes Jamie and I will just talk for hours and hours, and that helps too. If you have somebody that you can turn to and discuss stuff like that, because I talk with my best friend about it, but she's not always real comfortable with it. She's old school. We were both her parents didn't really communicate with her about emotional anything. So, but she is awesome. I know she watches the replay, so I love you. I love you, my BFF. I love you. But I know she's very supportive, and it can make her uncomfortable. So, let's see. Um, aw, love you too, Jamie. Have you looked into other ways of managing? Yes. Did you have a hobby? Oh, yeah. My hobby is YouTube. And I did start, like I'm making cookies with my mom. I've been, other than electricity, but it's like in my bones, Leanna. I want to fix stuff. So I go to my mom's to make sugar cookies, and her gas fireplace isn't working. So I fixed it while she made sugar cookies. It's like, it's in my DNA to fix things, not just electricity. So I've also thought, and I don't know what you ladies think about this, I thought about going on like Angie's List to be like a handyman, handy woman. So yes, I have thought about that. Um, but my hobby is YouTube. And like when I'm sitting watching TV, I got some of the clay, the air dry clay and stuff, and I've been playing with that because it keeps my hands busy. And then it helps. It's a creative outlet as well. I used to do a lot of crafting before I got sucked in and worked as an electrician for 20 something years, 21 years. Yeah. I know you're having trouble with your hands. What about computer repair? Yes, that is something else that I'm pretty good at keeping my computers um, in good shape. I know how to replace things. Yes. And I do love crafting. I was thinking about getting the diamond painting because my mom does that, and she has the osteoarthritis too. So I'm going to see her Friday. I might ask her about that because I wanted to get some on Amazon maybe, and I could go up and visit her, and we could do some diamond painting and just chat, instead of always going shopping, which I cannot do anymore. So, or I should not do. I mean, I could do. I have become a dollar store addict. I'm Crystal, and I'm addicted to the dollar store. It's yeah. hmm It's so working with clay is just so, I don't know. It's soothing. Is it soothing? Like just the touching it and molding it. It's very soothing to me. And while I'm watching TV, it's right there. I keep it in my living room, and I can just kind of do that instead of you know put my long sleeves on and not pick up my arms. So it helps. And I tried fidget toys for a long time. Um, they were okay, but I got bored with fidget toys. So I like the clay better. The clay is much better. Yeah, fidget toys, just I got bored with them, and I don't know what that's about either, but yeah, because people will recommend things, and now they have those things, the poppets, the fidget toy, the poppet now, and that looks like fun. But again, I probably would get bored. So when I create, whether it's art or with makeup, it's like a meditation. I don't think about anything. It calms my mind. Yes. Yes, makeup is like that for me too. And it's like I said, like the fixing things is in my DNA. I think the creativity is as well, because um I don't know, I just love to fix stuff. When stuff is broke, I love to fix it. It's just like I said, even before I was an electrician. Did I scratch my nose? No. Even before I was an electrician, I just like to fix stuff. Like my granddaughter would always bring me broken things. And she would say, Nana can fix it. And I would fix dolls. And, I fixed a doll once, and I think she thinks I can fix everything now. Yes, but the creative part, I love that too. I do. I do. So I need to be patient with myself right now, and I need to um just be like, Crystal, life is going to happen. It's okay. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but it's okay. That's the thing. I was talking earlier about the routine of going to work, and how, when you're doing it, you're like, oh, I got to go to work again. I got to go to work again. But now I've been off since September, and I don't necessarily, I was telling hobbyists, I miss work. I miss fixing stuff. I miss the accomplishment that I feel when I do fix something. I miss proving all those guy electricians wrong. I miss it. uh, so and that was the thing that upset me too, is like, if I can't be an electrician anymore, and like we've talked about different options that I do have, and I know I have other options, I just don't know if I'm going to get the same, um, if it's going to fulfill or fill that spot. I think being a uh, what did I call it, a handy person would be my best bet. I don't know if I would be a good teacher. um but as a handy person, I believe you can almost make your own schedule as well. So I would have to do small jobs, real small jobs that I didn't have to get on a ladder for. And I think you can choose, what you do. I don't know a lot about it yet, but I've thought about that, especially when I fixed my mom's fireplace. I was laid on the ground because I had to get underneath it and everything. And I just had a little trouble getting up. But other than that, when I did that, I just was like, this is what I miss. This is something that would make me happy, would bring me joy to fix things that would make me happy. So I think last week is when I finally figured that out. So I'm gonna fix some stuff in my brother's house, but eventually everything's gonna be fixed. And I said I can't, because my sister, what did she need help with, oh, a vent or something at her at her mother-in-law's house. And I said, I can't get on the ladder, but I can talk you through it, and then I can help her with anything that's on the ground. I think the switch is on the ground, but the light is up in the, she's got to fix the light. So, I mean, there's stuff for me to do. It's just, you know, uh, we're our own worst enemies, especially in that space, that foggy brain space where you're just like, woe is me. And in my opinion, people trust a woman handy person more than they do a man. I think you would get a lot of business from older women, probably. Yes, I think so too. And that's who I would want to work with. I wouldn't, you got to be careful going into strange people's houses. So I think I would prefer to help seniors, and they're more appreciative. They are, because I've worked with seniors before. If you really get that going, you could hire someone to do the things you can't. Yeah, like ladders. That's true. That's true. Um, yeah, I'm I haven't looked yet, but I want to see if there's a ladder that has steps that are like this wide, because I think I can do those. What it is when you're on those skinny steps and all your pressure is on your knee, and in your in your foot, that's when I have a lot of problem. And I did fall recently off of a small um, step ladder that had little skinny steps. So I have to be careful. That was a wake up call for me too. My husband's like, "You're just doing too much. You just can't be doing that." And I said, "I know, I know. I mean, I was trying to help my cousin. I try to help people, you know." But yeah, I could always hire someone or have someone work with me that way. So I have a lot of options. I don't feel hopeless anymore. I can't remember what was that my first live. I felt hopeless. The doctor told me, you're not disabled enough probably to get any kind of assistance, but you're too disabled to be an electrician. And I just the hopelessness came over me, and I'm better now. I'm absolutely better. Yes. My knees hurt so bad sometimes. Arthritis is no joke, right? It really is. And I want to do more and I can't do more. And like I said, if I would be okay if I had to go back to work. I have no problem with that. I have restrictions and they won't let me back with my restrictions. If they would let me back with my restrictions, I would go back. So but when you hear you can't be an electrician anymore, that really got me. That really, I think it's cuz I that's part of my identity. I know you're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket and be like, if I can't be an electrician, I can't be anything. Well, that's not it. That's not it. Do you live in the city or are you in a rural area? I am in a small city. I'm in a small city. So it is a city nonetheless. And even though it's small. And I've never, I haven't tried any of these things yet, but that doesn't mean that I'm not, in my future. I think that kind of stuff is definitely in my future. Yeah, the more I do with my knees, the more pain there is. Like when I get up, um, they're not as painful. But the more I do, like I'm in the house and I'm trying to, get organized and clean stuff up and, get rid of stuff we don't use, which for 20 years I did not do. So there's a lot of stuff. And I find myself having to take a break. And then when I take a break, this is what happens. I don't go back to it. I get sidetracked so easy. But yeah, I have to take a break when I'm doing stuff, even at home. And then I get sidetracked and I don't go back to it. So, hey, Carla. Hey, Carla. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Um, I started talking about dermatillomania. I don't know if you know what that is, Carla. Um, but I do have I was telling my story earlier. If you get a chance to go back and you want to see it, my personal, how I deal with it and what it's like in my life. And then we've just been kind of chatting a little bit here. I'm definitely going to be getting off by 3 though, because Frugal Mama and Busy Mama go live at 4, and they have some great lives too. If you guys never been, um, dermatillomania is skin picking. That because skin picking is common. Everybody picks at a scab once in a while, but dermatillomania is when it gets out of control. And right now, I have started, like I was good. Then my dad passed away, and it was severe. It was so severe that I had large sores, and I have scars still from it. No matter how much retinol or retin A or whatever or glycolic acid, I still have the scars. And what else was I saying? I still have the scars. And oh, and recently with being off work with the stuff that's going on with my job and everything, I started again and I'm doing my best to be in the moment and not do that. Cause when I like drift off in my head and I'm not paying attention, that's when I start. It's a self-soothing kind of a thing. I start doing that. And so I've been wearing long sleeves and trying to catch myself when I do that kind of stuff. And it's very common. There was some statistics and stuff I was going to read, but I got bored with that. So I stopped doing that and just started talking. Do you know anybody, Carla, who has that or deals with that? And then we've also been talking about maybe some stuff that I could do in the future that would be fulfilling that I need to fix stuff. Whatever that gene is, I have it and I need it. I have to run, need to hop in the shower and get dressed just in case I get a call. Okay, Leanna, have a great day. I hope you have a great day and you don't get a call. I hope. Love you too. Love you too. And then I have a hangnail. Quit it. I have to get my clippers and cut that off. So let's see. No, but I've heard of it and heard about one that picked her hair out. Yes. Yes. My sister, and I didn't know this, but she used to pull out her eyebrows. And it's what it is I get anxious and it's like it's not a symptom of my anxiety. It's like my anxiety. It's something that I do to soothe myself when I'm anxious. So some people pick their hair, pull their, they even go get so bad that they have bald patches. There's nail picking, at your cuticles and stuff, or nail biting. They're called body focus repetitive disorders. And it's kind of on the OCD scale, but I've never been diagnosed with OCD. It's created from my anxiety for me personally. I'm sure that there are, other people have different experiences. So, um, yeah, and I think I've had it since I was a kid. I think I've always been self-soothing, self-soothing by picking. I think I have. So what are you up to today, Carla? I hope you're having a great day. I am having coffee, which I don't know if that helps with anxiety, but it wakes me up. It helps me get out of my brain fog. So it doesn't bother me when I'm like, because people are like, they get jitters from caffeine. That means I have energy and I can get stuff done. I don't mind that. But I do get sidetracked very easily when I'm like that. So, like, I'll be doing this and then I'll finish that halfway and then I'll go over here and start doing this. And then my knees will hurt. So I sit down and then I'm like, okay, when I get up, I'll start doing something totally different, random, you know. Well, I just woke up and had my meds for the day. All right, great. Are you having some coffee this morning? Do you start with coffee or do you have another drink that you start with? Because I do like in the summer, I do like a cold iced tea in the morning too sometimes. And I took a shower. I'm trying this new thing Influencer sent me in my hair. I'm not liking it. It's a it's supposed to be a bond builder, like what is that called that you get from Sephora? Uh Olaplex. It's supposed to be like that. And let me see. I can't read the tiny writing. And I'm a worrier. Yes, I worry about everything. I start with tea. I do enjoy tea as well. I have a really nice one. Do you have all these where you live? I got a cinnamon, their holiday teas. I got a cinnamon one, cinnamon black tea, which is delicious. And then I got a herbal peppermint one. It's got a little reindeer on the front. So I haven't tasted it yet, but it sounds really good. But to start my morning, I do like black tea. I do want the caffeine. So, and the worrying, does it ever stop? I don't, what causes us to worry? What in our brains makes us do that? I need to know. Who do I talk to about this? Because I take medicine to calm my mind. But if I didn't take medicine, I wouldn't even be on YouTube. I would just be sitting on the couch going, it's just about 30 minutes away. Yes. So the tea, I enjoy those flavors. If you like a black tea, I haven't tried the herbal yet, so I'll keep you updated on that. But the cinnamon black tea, especially when it's chilly in the morning, nice, very nice. So today I needed some coffee. I was having some trouble focusing this morning. It depends on how I sleep, Like if I don't sleep real good, then I'm real anxious in the morning and I worry more. Sleep is very important to controlling any type of mental health issue. So, Lord, I wish I knew, right? Right? Yeah. Who's the guy that I talked to? Because I don't think my psychiatrist really knows. I got to find that person who's in the brain doctor for mental health issues. I've heard people say that before. Coffee puts them to sleep. For some reason the caffeine doesn't work the same in your body as it does in mine. Because I get hyper with the caffeine. So, but I have heard that. I've known people before that have said that. And people are like, no, no. And she's like, yes, it makes me sleep. And I'm just like, wow. Wow. But that just proves we're not all made the same. We're all different. And what's different makes us special. So, let's see tomorrow. We're not doing our live heart to heart tomorrow morning. We did that on Tuesday because tomorrow is going to be crazy for everybody. And so that won't be up. Oh, that's already up from Tuesday. We did the Grinch look where the Grinch is holding the what is that called? The ornament. If you get a chance, Carlin, you can see that. Yes. So I think we're still doing slumber party Friday night. Um yes. And that's what makes us interesting and fun and that's the best thing on YouTube is meeting so many people that are so different, you know? Yeah. And then meeting people who are like you when you thought you were like the only one that was that weird, you know? I thought I was the only one that did that. No, there's a lot of people that do that. Just in my small circle where I live, I don't see a lot of people like that. Yeah. And I getting on here and talking about it helps with my anxiety as well. First I was anxious to go live the first time I did it by myself. But then once I got over it, I was like, this is good. This is helping me. This is, you know, yeah. Yeah, I always like to have fun. I have a lot of stuff I need to video and of course I have anxiety about that. I'm like, oh, I need to get in there and do that and then you just kind of shut down. But yeah, I noticed the skin picking was becoming a problem recently. I have scars from the past, like, some of those are freckles, but a lot of that is scarring. And like I said, I started doing it again recently and I just I need to it's a cognitive behavioral therapy is what it's called. You like learn to do other things, and or you learn your triggers or things that cause that to happen. Like I'll try to before I get a huge sore, I try to realize that I'm picking. And it can be very painful and it can be very embarrassing. Um, it can cause people to have low self esteem. I don't think I have that issue, but because I want to be accountable, so I tell all my business to all my family and friends, and I want to be accountable. So if they see me doing something I shouldn't be doing, and I'm not paying attention, that they can see and they can help me that way too. So, well, I think I'm gonna go. Unless you want to talk about some more stuff, Carla. Um, I'm open to anything that you might want to chat about. How are you doing with the holidays? Are you being stressed, or are you dealing with them well? I know I don't have people at my house for Christmas. I go to my mom's, and that helps me a lot. I still have a little bit of stress, but it helps me a lot. And then I have the fear of buying presents for people, whatever that's called. I don't know. I always think they're not going to like what I get them. And so I only have to buy one gift, one for my husband, one for me, and we do like a gift exchange type thing, and that helps a lot too. So I'm still here, beautiful Crystal. I'm so sorry, but I am still listening. Oh, you're fine, Jamie. I definitely was going to be off by 3 anyway because Frugal Mama and Busy Mama come on at 4, and I like to watch them on Wednesdays. So I'm not going to be much longer anyway. And I'm feeling better about it. And hopefully, talking this all out with everybody is going to help me recognize it more and not be more inclined to pick. I'm still going to put my long sleeves on when we get done, though. It's just hot in this room. I can't wear a sweater in here, it's too hot. So, So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I want to thank everybody for coming and visiting me. I appreciate talking to you guys so much, so much. It helps me so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Bye.